in our desire to acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Swabish Coast Salish native people. The Puyallup and Muckleshoot people have lived on and stewarded these lands for the last 10 to 12,000 years since humans made their way here from Asia, and they continue to do so today. We commit to uplifting the voices, experiences, and histories, as well as promoting social justice actions for and with the indigenous peoples of this land and beyond. Now, Dennis Kostelecki will come forward and light our chalice and say our opening words.
Good morning, I'm Dennis. The opening reading is by Albert Schweitzer, and if you're interested, it can be found in the Gray Hymnal on, it's 447 in the Gray Hymnal. At times our own life goes out, light goes out, and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
Thank you. Got lots of different pieces of paper here. Let me find the next one. Okay. Okay, well, now let's sing our opening. Sorry, everybody. Now let's sing our opening hymn, and it is number 447 in your hymnal. No, sorry, 346 in your hymnal. It's called, it's 346 in your hymnal, and it's called Come Sing a Song with Me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Our theme this month is generosity. As Unitarian Universalists, one of our shared values is equity. As it states in the Unitarian Universalist bylaws, we declare that every person has the right to flourish with an inherent dignity and worthiness. We covenant to use our time, wisdom, attention, and money to build and sustain fully accessible and exclusive communities. And that should have been inclusive communities.
Can you hear? So I met OSHA at Vashon Household when I decided to take my Airbnb out of that status and create a rental instead. And Vashon Household has a wonderful program called HomeShare. So she's going to speak to us today about that program that's been running for a year and a half, about? Yeah. So OSHA grew up in eastern Washington and has lived on Vashon with her two now teenage boys for 7 years, who are here with her today. She has a BS in human communication and a master's in organizational leadership from Gonzaga. Anybody else here from Gonzaga? Happens sometimes. She also received a scholarship to attend the Shambhala Institute's Authentic Leadership Convention in Halifax in 2003. She hopes to continue her education by getting a PhD and doing qualitative research on how love can transform leadership. Through the ups and downs of life, OSHA has found a life of service to the most gratifying way to be part of this precious world. For fun, she likes to travel, spend time in nature, and make glass beads. Please warmly welcome OSHA.
Thank you, Amy. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you all for taking your time to listen to me talk about HomeShare. Amy did a pretty good job of introducing myself. Let's see. So I've been on Vashon 7 going on 8 years. Housing has been challenging for me here with my two boys, and when we moved here we had a pit bull, which made getting a place even more challenging. So joining Vashon Household was just a cause that I could really get behind and believe in. Vashon Household is the only nonprofit on Vashon that is focused specifically on affordable housing. It's been here since the 90s, has multiple rental properties, over 80 units of affordable housing in rentals, and we also have home ownership programs. Over 30 households have been brought into the home ownership reality through our programs. So this year has been a really unprecedented year for Vashon Household. We purchased the Islander apartments, adding 12 more apartments to long-term affordability on the island. We are starting to build the Island Center homes. Many of you see driving by on the highway near Sawbones. This will add 40 more affordable housing opportunities for Islanders. We are doing some major rehabilitation to our charter house, giving a facelift to the building that is specifically for people with disabilities. And we launched HomeShare. I joined Vashon Household in January. It was the official launch. It's my responsibility to kind of design and implement this program. I've been working really hard at it all year. And just this fall, it's really wonderful to see all my efforts paying off. And it's such a privilege to be helping so many awesome islanders find housing. And so HomeShare is a unique program. It's really interesting for us at Vashon Household because, as many of you know, building on Vashon is expensive and time-consuming. Dealing with King County can be very challenging. So this is a way for us to provide or help provide more housing on the island without us actually having to build anything. In the last month, I've been able to finish 5 HomeShare agreements, bringing awesome islanders such as Amy and Tanya here together with other people. I was able to help one homeless person who, when he originally joined the program, I was really, a little concerned that we might not be able to find a good place for him just because of his situation. HomeShare is best suited to people who are working, who have some steady income, or have some abilities that they can offer. So he found himself a job and has been working and had some steady income coming in, and I was able to house him through this program. Also very happy about Amy's choice to turn her Airbnb into a long-term rental. Thank you so much. Huge for the program. A lot of people get into HomeShare for the money. I mean, things are getting more and more expensive these days, so having a little extra income is never a bad thing. But there's other reasons you might want to join the program. I don't set any of the terms. I just bring the parties together to help negotiate a mutually beneficial arrangement. So we can work trade into this agreement. Some people want help in their yard, some people want help in their home, some people need help running errands, whatever it may be. It's my job to help clarify any expectations around these agreements and get them in writing so everybody can be on the same page. I find personally it's better to over-clarify in the beginning than get down the road and realize people have 2 different understandings of what's going on. So HomeShare is a bit of a process. It's not going to happen overnight. There's an application, gathers a little bit of information, clears me to check your background and talk on your behalf with other people. And then we get together and talk about people's needs and preferences around housing or the arrangements. I really get to listen to people and find out what their needs are. And then from there, I go and look at who's in the program, what kind of situations we have, and see if there might be any possible matches. When we do have a possible match, we bring them together at Vashon Household or some other neutral environment. I really like to get people meeting each other away from the property just to make sure it's a relationship that's going to be successful. And if it is, then we like to go to the property, check it out, see what the arrangement might be, and then it was modeled after a document that Stanford put out for HomeShare specifically. It's part lease with your general normal lease arrangement details, and part document to clarify the different details of the arrangement, like, can this person get mail at your house? Who's going to pick it up? Where are they going to put it? Where should they park? All these little details that are like really necessary for everybody to be on the same page about. And then after the match has been living together for about a month, I like to check back in. We're here to support this relationship throughout the duration. And life is messy. Things are not always perfect. Like, living together can be challenging. So we're here to help throughout, should there be any, anything that is a little off. I really ask people to reach out for support before it becomes a major problem. If things are just a little rough around the edges, not flowing quite right, reach out, get some support. I have a degree in human communications. I have a background in conflict resolution, but we also have a mediator on staff who can help should that be needed. And so, home share isn't for everybody. It fits for a lot of people and not for some, and that's okay. But if you are still interested in supporting us in a different way, we would greatly appreciate it. Even just spreading the word through the community, telling your friends about us is really helpful. If anybody would be willing to put a sign on the edge of their property, I brought some extra signs today. That's one way you could help us out. We, of course, love donations. They help us fund our many different projects, so bring on the donations. But if that doesn't work for you, that's okay. We need volunteers. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, I've got a sign-up sheet back there if you'd like more information. Also brought some full flyers and applications for the program. And if you'd love to I'd love to talk with you in person or email, whatever works for you. And does anybody have any questions about the program? She's curious what kind of configurations. So each person is unique and each situation is unique. Some of the possibilities are like renting a room out in someone's home. Some people have an ADU that they want to rent out. There's no set or specific opportunity. That's not the right word, but Amy.
Yeah, I wondered how, you said we look at the pool of applicants and then try to find a match. How do those people become part of the pool?
By reaching out to us. And one thing I forgot to mention is if you find somebody and you want this person to rent to you, but they haven't been in the pool, that's fine. I can still help you if you find the person and you'd still like our service. I'm more than willing to help with that as well. They don't have to be from our pool.
You own the properties, the ones you find for beyond making grants and stuff like that?
Vashon Household does own a lot of properties, but with home share, we don't own any of the properties. The agreements are actually between the owner of the property and the renter, not Vashon Household. We are just here to help facilitate the.
Two questions, actually. I'm not sure that people understand home share is sometimes like you're living in the house, you have a spare bedroom and somebody joins you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, oh, I've got a house that's correct. It could be, configurations could be, I'm an older person and need some help just with basic laundry or whatever, right?
Absolutely. Home share. So, what is home share? Home share is a program to help people rent out their space, whether it be a bedroom that they want to rent to have a roommate, whether it be, a separate building, a garage apartment, as long as the person has their own private space that they can live in. We do need a door that shuts. They can't just be in your living room.
The other question was, what does volunteering with your organization look like?
Volunteering with Vashon Household can look very different. Sometimes we have like spring cleaning projects that need to happen. We have people who are coming into our JG Commons community and doing classes. It really depends. And if you have something that you would like to do to help us out, come chat with us. We'd love to hear. Yes.
So how many home shares do you have connected right now, and how many are in your pool?
Let's see, we have done 11 this year. The goal is 15. I'm still working on that. And we have a couple more that have not been agreed upon the terms yet. We're still in process. So heading to our goal of 15, we're looking like that's going to be attainable, and looking to see where this can go in the next year as well. Yes.
Are there any that are configured to allow children, young, old, teenagers, besides pets, I was surprised?
So she asked if any of the home shares are appropriate for children. Each situation is different. So it really depends on who's coming to me. It has been harder to accommodate families with this program. We are looking at how to expand it and maybe tweak it a little bit to make it more suitable for families. Being someone with kids, I know how challenging it can be on the island to support your family, especially as a single parent. So it's really up to the person who owns the property. Yes.
Yes, do you have any people who, like, go away for the winter, who just need, somebody to house sit? Work out with that kind of thing, for a few months at a time?
We have people come to, so he's asking if there are situations where people can house sit for the winter or do short-term rentals. The point of this program is to find long-term housing for people. However, I'm open if doing a shorter time period was suitable for people, for the renters especially, I would be open to it. But the whole point of this is to find stable, long-term housing for people.
Excuse me, if you have a separate building, does it have to be permitted? I know a lot of people have. Are built by themselves, so. Repeat the question, please.
She is asking about permitting. We live in unincorporated King County. There are some moves within Washington State to make permitting for ADUs more accessible, but it hasn't happened yet. It's unclear how that pertains to King County. So I am not a building inspector, or that is really up to the homeowner, whether they want to do that or not. And we can have a conversation about that. I wish that King County would make it easier for people to do ADUs, and I think it's in the works, but it's not been clear yet. Yeah.
First of all, I'm so glad you guys are doing this program. I'm so glad that you're doing this program.
Thank you.
It's such a wonderful idea, and you sound like the perfect person for it, so thank you.
Yes.
Do you have any, either doing now or intent to work with employers to try and help people find work, or use your mediation skills around that, any of that?
Definitely. We have been she asked if we were working with employers around the community. We have been in touch with Sawbones. We have multiple people who work for Sawbones in our program, Thriftway as well. But the program takes some steps, and not everybody is willing to jump through the hoops of the program. So it fits for some people and it doesn't fit for others, and that's okay. Any other questions? Yeah. She asked what types of volunteering we're looking for. Our properties always need a little TLC. You know, we run on some really tight budgets. We're trying to do a lot with the little bit of money we have. So if people ever want to come out and help with yard work, or maybe painting a building, or doing that sort of day-to-day maintenance stuff, we always need help on projects like that. But we also have people coming into the community doing nonviolent communications classes, doing art projects. There are many different ways you can volunteer. And if you have a specific talent that you'd like to share with our communities, come talk to me. I'd love to arrange something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's asking a little bit about the Island Center Homes project that's going in near Sawbones. So this is a really interesting complex. It will be 4 buildings of 8 units each. Each unit is its own little studio. It has a small kitchen. I'd imagine it'll be like a 2-burner stove, a little tiny fridge. I don't know the details, but each studio does have its own kitchen. But there's a large communal space that has a big kitchen, a big living area, and a conference room. And this can be used by all 8 units. Yes. One more.
I don't see in your literature that you're a nonprofit, but Vashon Household is a.
We are a nonprofit. All donations are tax deductible. And whether you donate online or through one of our fundraisers, we'll send you a receipt that has our number on it. Thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, OSHA. And OSHA will be available after the service, and she brought a lot of, as she said, a lot of information that she has in the back. So we can continue the conversation with her later. And let me get all my little parts here. So now we're just going to take just a few minutes to think a minute about what you've been hearing. And then afterwards, after a few minutes, Leslie will start to play something for us. And after she finishes playing that, she will go into the melody for hymn number 123, Spirit of Life, which we'll all sing together after Leslie plays for a while. Okay, thank you. will be stopping the recording. I think now we'll sing the hymn, There Is a Love, and you'll find it on the inside cover of your, front cover of your hymnal. And now, if the ushers, I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting this. Now, if the ushers can come forward, we'll do our offertory. Or if anybody can be a volunteer usher. The baskets are up here. Thank you. And this, the donation, this is going to be a donation to Vashon Household, except you can also put your pledge money in there as well. But anything else, everything else is going to go to Vashon Household.
How will we know which is different?
Well, I think a person that's writing a check needs to let us know. Yeah. Yes, she's playing music to another song on the inside front cover of your thing, We Give Thanks. Okay, now it's time for our closing hymn, which is number 6 inside your hymnal. It's called Just As Long As I Have Breath. Okay, now, Dennis, if you come forward to extinguish the chalice and read the closing words, please. Thank you.
This is by Wayne B. Arneson, and it's $6.98 in the hymn book if you would care to take a look at it. It's pretty short. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard, the path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down there is another truth. You are not alone.
Now, Leslie will play postlude for us. So that's the end of our formal service. And now is time for announcements. Does anyone have an announcement related to one of our VIUU activities?
You want to ring the bell?
Oh, I need to ring the bell. Sorry, I haven't done this in a really long time. There, now we're done.